Gamers, and welcome to another live stream. Tonight we are streaming some King's Quest on the PS4. Now, the reason I'm streaming King's Quest Chapter 2 is because I was actually planning on just playing this game leisurely myself, and I did so when it came to Chapter 1. I had a really good time with the game. Yeah, this game's been around for a while, but my backlog is pretty dated, as you can see. And I had a good time. I do not like to rely on game facts or anything like that for these types of games. It kind of defeats the purpose, in my opinion, when it comes to these types of games. So I really try my best. And to be honest, I think I only peeked at game facts 2 times in the first chapter, just where I was at a dead end, and it was getting crazy. But nothing major. I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out. The way chapter 1 worked was I could easily pretty much do anything. You can't break the chapter. Like classic King's Quest games, you load them up, you play them, you save at the wrong time by accidentally doing one thing over another, and before you know it, you got to restart the whole game. Well, I have to applaud the way they designed Chapter 1 because it doesn't really seem to matter how you do the puzzles in what order or any interaction with certain items. Like they designed it very well that hey, you can't break it, so don't worry. And I figured it might be designed that way because I'm playing this on a console. Shame on me, it should be a computer really, but I digress. It's more convenient this way. But playing on a console, it auto saves, so you don't really have save slots that you can roll back on all the time like you could with previous King's Quest games. So it kind of gave me the confidence of hey, just keep going with it. And that's kind of what happened in Chapter 1. I had a good time. Well, things dramatically changed for me in Chapter 2. I played on my own, got into Chapter 2, which is completely different from Chapter 1, and it turns out that there's time-sensitive puzzles, I'll say, in Chapter 2, and since I was just trying to figure things out myself and understand how everything works, because I didn't want to look at a game facts or anything, I went through the puzzle, and to make a long story short, I did a terrible job. So I decided to rewind it, wipe over my progress on Chapter 2, and I have to say, I figured out what I could, I got my enjoyment out of it, but I really want to do Chapter 2 properly. So I'm putting out a full disclaimer that tonight I have my phone here and game facts, and I'm probably going to heavily rely on game facts for this chapter just to get through it and see everything that I missed, because I did the chapter with, I'm just going to say, the worst outcome. I won't spoil any surprises for you guys as we progress and work on it tonight. So without further ado, let's jump into Chapter 2, and I put out all my disclaimers, so let's just try to survive and get it done tonight, guys. Hopefully we will get the best outcome possible. Good old KQ.
Pockets, King Graham, we have some important addendums that need addressing.
You have my attention. Proceed!
Yes, well, our new uniforms came in, and Addendum 90210 grants you the executive power over costuming. Which colors do you prefer? Scarlet Sunset or Crimson Colada?
Can never go wrong with Crimson Colada.
Crimson Colada, for certain. I know the material is more expensive, but the quality speaks for itself.
Splendid choice, Your Majesty. Told you, number one. Next item. How would you like to handle Daventry Decree 867530?
867530.
Your daily foot rub. How would you like it handled?
We'll do some soul healing.
Soul healing. Let's start off on the right foot.
Hilarious. Your key decisions are already shaping the kingdom for the better. Yay.
This is definitely better.
Sir, we've recovered the stolen beds. However, goblin sightings are on the rise again. The horde is surfacing in the northwest. How would you like to proceed?
Let's set some traps for them.
Let's set up traps along the castle border, then lure them in. You know, sneak attack.
Excellent strategy, sire. I'll see to it at once.
Now then, what are your thoughts on Proclamation 741?
How's this pressure, Your Majesty?
It's good.
You heard him, guards. Proclamation 741 passes. Wednesdays are now officially opposite day.
Wait, what? I'm not sure I like this.
Sire, Kyle and Larry would like to know if they can host their music night in the throne room.
Well,
Miss Madeline and her court wish to seek an audience with you.
I'm
Who
not...
should we send in first to deal with the goblins?
Can I wear your crown?
Two nopes. Is Mr. Fancy Cakes available? And nope.
Opposite day! Yes means no, and no means yes.
Which color did you like again?
Which addendum should we enact next?
Addendum? No.
Oh, goblin strategy seems to be failing.
I think...
Are we observing ice cream for breakfast day this year?
There's been a slight problem with dinner. Care to reorder?
The trolls have requested the royal steeds wear socks as well.
Do you smell syrup?
Distress! Enough! Out! Everyone! I need a moment.
Don't know what his problem is.
His problem is that he's not King Edward.
There's not even bees in here.
I'm sorry. I'm going to get some air.
But sire, it's pouring outside.
That's fine. I'm going to visit Wenty. His custard pie always calms me down.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Alright, finally get some control.
Had to cut budgets somewhere.
And just have my old hat in the inventory currently.
Armor never suited me.
Thanks for hiring me, sir. I am proud to be your royal guard number 3.
I wished I could have saved him. I was tormented about the different choices I could have made, but the outcome was always the same.
Looks like Pilar called in sick again.
King Honeybee!
Hey, Wolfie.
Hey! Things are good. Oh, you look a little under the weather. Here. Wolfie wouldn't want your new shiny hat to get rusted.
Thanks, Sophie. I needed a break. Approving addendums is not exactly the adventure I was trained for.
But King Edo chose you. Many people wanted that hat. Pilar applied like Oh, 17 times.
I guess I was born at the right time. I'm just lucky.
Luck? Huh. But remember when you recovered all the stolen treasures? And remember how you solved that impossible riddle? And that giant beanstalk you scaled? Was that luck? Think not.
Well, none of that matters now. The throne leaves me little time for questing. I'm just trying to be half the king.
King Edo wasn't perfect, little buddy. Daventry was a mess when you got it. Ulfi's back scars, remember?
Well, when you have a legacy like that, people tend to forgive your final years.
Come on, little B. I'll walk you into town.
All this rain should help this tree grow.
Addendum 48677. They were right. Zods! Oh, Gwendolyn, is that you? Come in. I didn't mean to scare you.
Grandpa, you're supposed to be resting.
So are you.
I couldn't sleep.
Neither could I.
That's a lot of presents for a broken arm.
Yes, well, it certainly wasn't my most graceful tumble, and I am sorry I missed your fencing tournament.
There's another one next weekend.
I wouldn't miss it, even if Kyle has to carry me. Are you afraid of the storm, dear? Or your own imagination?
No, I'm not afraid of anything.
Ah, well, since neither of us can sleep, want to hear a story about a time when I was definitely not in any way afraid of anything either.
Does it have a dragon?
It might. It was a treacherous evening, just like tonight. As an adventurer, a goblin kidnapping would have been a fun romp. But as a new king, it was terrifying. you are. Hey.
My hat! Who's in charge?
I demand to speak to your king. No.
I couldn't see my own hand in front of my face, and I'm not sure I wanted to see anything else down there.
What was that? Ow, my knee. I'm fine. I'm fine. Ow! Ow!
The heck's that jar in it?
Oh! Oh! Ouch! Toby. Gotcha. I shall call you Newton.
I was weak. I was exhausted. I just wanted to sleep. I was exhausted and too weak to work that lever.
This better not be the chamber pot.
Alright, set up a bucket and get ready for some feeding time.
Is that porridge? Ew, it's squishy and cold.
Now that's some good eating.
I instantly felt a bit better, but still far from my normal strength.
Alright, now I can actually move a little bit. And the key thing in this chapter is, now that you ate something,
I was feeling a bit better and needed some rest.
you look in the mirror and see how many strengths you got. Now I got 1, so I got enough to move decently. And I think you gotta remove these bolts. Like 1 per strength. Can't do any more after that. Okay, now I think that's all I need to do initially here, because this is all time-sensitive stuff, so this is where we're going to rely on our buddy GameFAQs here, which I'm pretty sure... all we need to do is the bucket, eat the bucket, remove the bolt, and then take a nap. Yep, now that we got enough strength, one stone can be moved with the one strength. So now I should be able to do this.
Finally. Good night, Newton. And good night, Sally. Good night, Finn. Sleep tight, Leapy. Good night, Fuego. Sweet dreams, Freckles.
I'm not sure how long I was trapped in that dark room, but I remember the day that everything changed.
No more porridge?
Those horrible goblins wanted me to do their chores, and I had no choice but to obey.
Chores? That's even worse than being locked up. What monsters!
Alright, so now we get to play a chore king here. I have a cleaning rag. Good times. Now I can clean it up. Now here's where things get interesting. And you look over here.
If Mr. Fancy Cakes was captured, I didn't stand a chance.
Yeah, Mr. Fancy Cakes is part of the moral dilemma that they put you in this chapter. And then in here is a whole nother problem we don't want to deal with just yet, I believe. But at least now I'm able to kind of move around. Let's make sure we're doing things in order here, because I'm not making the same mistakes again here. Alright. Alright. Yeah, we're still establishing everything now. So you go up. It's kind of interesting that they give you full access to do chores. And it's like, let them do chores. And then here's the predicament that they put you in. You got 2 stones per bridge, which means you have to have your strength up to level 2 to even have access to those points. I'm only at strength level 1, and I believe your strength is depicted by how much you've eaten. And I've only eaten 1 porridge, so that's where we're at. So now we're stuck with just this one path to go on.
Wenty?
Graham, is that you? Oh, my. Our favorite sprout has blossomed into quite the king bean. We are ready to be rescued, friend.
I wish. I'm just a goblin errand boy at the moment. Why are you guys down here?
Oh, I'm not sure. No one is sure. The last thing I remember is whipping up a pickled ice cream cake for Bramble.
Oh, hello, Graham. I'd get up to greet you, but I'm just so sleepy.
Oh, you get your rest, Honey Muffin. I'll try to keep it down. Graham, Bramble, oh, she's not doing well. She's sick, needs medicine. The porridge was sustaining her, but they stopped feeding us.
Yeah, it looks like the supply dried up.
Wonderful. Just great. Are they trying to starve us out? I swear if I get my hands on those little pieces of...
Auntie!
Oh, I'm sorry, Buttercup. Go back to sleep. It's just... a fella could lose his compassion down here, you know. If you find any medicine, could you bring it to us?
I'm sure you could use a bite too.
Oh, no. There's enough love on these bones to last quite a while. Thank you.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright. Well, these are key people we gotta save.
The room is still spinning. Has anyone found any medicine yet?
I gotta find some magical medicine.
I feel like I have to lie down, but I already am.
Since I'm cleaning, I guess I better clean this up while I'm at it. Earn my keep here. And take this path. So we got this up here, and then...
What was nesting down here?
Nice. Gold coin you can't reach. Have to figure that one out.
Boy, is that you?
He's not a boy anymore, Chester. He's a king.
King boy. That has a nice ring to it.
Oh, it does.
Well, how can we help you?
Don't you mean how I can help you?
Oh, forgive Chester. His blood sugar is low.
You got any snacks in that crown of yours?
I wish.
Well, if you find some, let us know. We were working on something special to make these roots wilt away, but Chester can't remember the ingredients.
Hello, little froggy friend. Mind if I taste your back? I'm sure I could make it worth your while.
Oh, you better hurry. Chester gets a little weird when he hasn't eaten.
That's just a little weird. I'd hate to see a lot of weird. Alright. Well, I guess we might as well clean that. It's cleaning the whole place up, looking great. Okay, now they're starving, and he's got low blood sugar. Everybody just needs food. So, another thing you can do...
Yes, King Graham.
...is look around the cell.
Can I take a look around your cell?
I don't see why not.
And I got some knickknacks.
Is this a prison or a museum?
Someone needs to have an intervention with these goblin hoarders.
Book. Must be for their potions.
What's that stump for?
We dug out a hole in it for a makeshift cauldron.
Oh, that's lovely.
Is that a choco nut?
We wish. Whatever it was is rotted and hollowed.
And that's about it. So we gotta help them complete their potion to get out of their situation. So it's kind of interesting. Everybody's situation is different. And you gotta get the right puzzle pieces. I think that's all we can do here. But the key thing you're doing in this chapter is seeing how you're feeling here.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay right now, but I feel a turn for the worse coming on.
Yeah. Each heart, I believe, is one day they can go without food. So if you want them fully recharged, we gotta go from there. I guess make up a plan with them.
What's the plan?
Plan on bringing us food before we dole out any wisdom.
Okay, I gotta feed them before they're gonna help themselves. Interesting. Good times.
Adieu.
Until next time.
Alright, so they're taken care of. We know their situation. Whatever triggers you have to hit, we did there, I'm guessing. Can't go back that way, so we gotta backtrack some more. Can't do nothing with that yet. Jeez, I can barely move around still. I didn't look around this guy's room yet.
Speak.
How's she feeling?
She's taken a turn for the worse, I'm afraid.
See, she's poisoned and has 3 hearts. So she might lose hearts faster.
So, what's the plan?
Medicine, please, medicine.
That's the plan. Find some magical medicine.
Can I take a look around your cell?
I'm too hungry to deal with your questions.
She's getting a little testy.
Why would they leave you cooking supplies?
I'm not sure if we're in the care of prison guards or inept zookeepers.
Is that an oven?
Well, it could be with some wood.
If you need some wood, why don't you burn the stool? Interesting. Well, that's all we're seeing here.
See ya.
Now, let's see what kind of damage we got. Got this. Nice. Note on top of a mushroom that I can't reach. Or things to egg me on. Yeah, this looks like fun. The blacksmith.
King Graham, fancy meeting you here.
Amaya! They kidnapped you too?
Kidnapped? No. I followed Wenty's girly scream down here looking for my mattress. I took out about 30 of them before the crumbler ran out of oil. They pounced. Now I'm here.
It looks like you got your bed back at least.
Yeah, these little rock brains must think they're hilarious. Don't you laugh at me, Pee-wee. You know what you did.
So, you ready to bust out of here?
Perhaps, with your help. Find me a blade and keep me healthy.
Okay, so scope out
Shut
the situation.
It, Pee-wee.
Oh, you must do that.
This bozo's got a key on him. And this guy got a nice gold coin on him. And...
Yeah?
Can I take a look around your cell?
Ugh, if you must.
It is a lovely bed.
I have seen so many beds down here. I'm surprised they even remembered which one was mine.
So all you got is that in there. And not much else to check out in your cell here.
How are you feeling?
Feeling good, but it might not last.
Well, she's got 6 hearts, so she's probably the strongest of the group, so unfortunately for you, lady, you're going to be waiting the longest till you get some help, is my guess.
So, what's the plan?
Find me a blade. These pipsqueaks won't stand a chance.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Remember, prison's no excuse to skip leg day.
And some more cobwebs.
Aww.
That one's a keeper. Alright, so now we at least have some inventory here of a rag, and we got to keep some cobwebs. So, okay. Well, that's all we can do on day 1 is we establish what's going on everywhere, apparently. Now, the way this chapter works is you pretty much check in on everybody, see how situations change depending on what events have occurred. And we can't trigger anything else, unfortunately, on this first day yet. That's about it. We just got to size up the whole situation. Everything's pretty much locked down, because as you can see, those take, 2 stones, which means they gotta be strength 2 to do anything. I don't know what this water does. That doesn't do much of anything.
They instructed me to go to bed after my chores were finished.
Alright, I'm stuck back here, and...
No more porridge?
Busted. Not much you can do then go to bed, unfortunately. That's it for that day. That's pretty much bedtime for each day.
I wouldn't be able to save them all. It was not important which choice I made, but it was important I made a choice. Who could that be?
Grandfather, it's Gart. Can I come in?
Yes, of course. Proceed. Having a bit of a nightmare, son?
Nightmare? Of course not. Your light was on, and apparently I have a lot to learn from your stories.
Well, come on in. Take a seat. Now, where was I? Yes. Yes, that's right. From what I could parse, it was now my responsibility to feed whatever was behind that door.
Fun job. Great. Now this is my new daily chore tacked on here. Is feeding that guy. Well, it's either some crazy monster to feed, or feed myself, which I need to do much more. Guessing that's mutton.
I felt better, but still not at full health.
Do not slam that.
I felt better, but still not like myself.
Got 2 strengths. So now we can actually move things that take 2 stones to proceed, so that will help. So now that we got 2 strength, we can get rid of the 2 strength bolt. For whatever reason that we're removing bolts on this. And pretty much probably all the 2 strength things that we need is my guess. I remember when I figured out this part. Okay. So now we're not bothering with him. He just ate a, one of the gnomes anyway, so, or trolls. He doesn't need to eat. Actually, I move a little bit better now, so that's nice. So what happens? We go all the way up. Ah, here we go. Then we got this troll guy. Get a surprise for him. That's some serious stick. Well, No time for you. The good thing about the time limit in this game is you set when you're done, and then you know, set the days of start. It's not like an official time limit on you. So now we opened up a whole nother portion of this level that we can finally go through. Okay. So what we want right now is to head, I believe, to the right. We got all this fun stuff. And good old sword in the stone. Nice nod to that.
I'm sure contraband is frowned upon. I'll need to hide this.
Oh, we got our contraband.
Welcome to commissary. Well, if it isn't... Oh, boy, what a sight for sore eyes you are. I was on my rescue mission and got caught up by these flying rocks. Even these shorts weren't able to outrun those barbarians. Between the two of us, these rockheads can't understand a quality deal the way you can. Speaking of which, in honor of your apparent aristocratic acquisition, I am prepared to offer a free item for today only. Better yet, I'll discount some previously undercounted prices. Now, I'm sure that crown came with some moolah. Let's make a deal, baby. You won't regret it.
So, where's my free item? Of course.
Great. Loving those freebies. Yeah, so this guy has some wares that pretty much are the key puzzle pieces of this chapter.
Ni-hao!
He's basically got...
How's business treating you?
It's quite hard to find rare and miraculous ingredients in this cell, but I'm making do.
So, I just have to ask, why do you pretend your goats are unicorns?
Pretend, my boy! Pretend! They are actual, bona fide, actual unicorns, not goats. Okay, you caught me, they're goats, but don't say that too loudly or they'll be bridge streets.
Can I see the merchandise?
Now I got three key things. You can get the medicine, which is where the moral dilemma comes in this chapter. That you have to choose either the lady that's sick or the animal that's sick. Then you have some chopsticks, which I believe are used to pick a lock somewhere. And then you have this, basically the super porridge. And whoever eats this super porridge basically refills their entire health bar. So it's pretty interesting. So if somebody's like really low on health and you want to recharge them up completely, you'd give them that stuff. But currently we don't have any money, so we're just looky-looing.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye, and hopefully buy more.
Yeah, so we gotta go find something to get us some money rolling here.
I'm here to help you, lad. I'm not running a charity, though. Tariff code issues.
Okay, so let's take a look around at this whole new area still. We have all in this direction.
They kept slipping through my fingers. I needed to find some other way to catch a fly.
No dice there. And then we got this great setup with two levers.
It looks like it would take two to open that door. I would need to find an escape companion.
So I'm literally gonna have to save somebody to help me do this at the same time. So that's our limitation, that spot. We literally probably, I'm guessing, get the blacksmith out for that one. I don't think I want to go up into that mess just yet. And then here...
Short weeds had gathered at the bottom of some sort of goblin ladder.
No way to climb up that just yet. We're gonna have to get creative. So let's take a look. And the only last spot we can go to now is up this. Two stones to get that one rolling. Just got enough strength. And time to get some peas.
There were more mattresses there than people in Daventry. I wondered where they got them all.
Can't do nothing with this table. I got this wonderful character here. Okay, so you can't do that without that thing screaming at you. Ah, good times. We got this wonderful contraption here. It's like a music box. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Well, didn't like that tune, so... yeah, this one was a pain in the butt, which I don't have memorized to say the least. So we're gonna have to take a quick look at what we can come up with that here. Okay. We're gonna have to find what the musical notes will be later down, later in the game here. No access to that just yet. What's all these? I don't understand why all these water things are everywhere. Okay, so you need 3 stones to get that far. We ain't got that kind of strength.
I knew fairy tales were unlikely to come true. However, sometimes you can't find a romantic heart. That goblin so desperately wanted to find its prince.
Wow. Millionth try works again, apparently. That looks like fun. Let's just keep, okay, so that opens that gate. So I'm gonna need to move this around. Ah, crud. So probably when it's up I gotta move it over. So I can get over that beam. There we go. Then move it that way, come back. So it stops right there. So I can just... Nice. Well, let's Things you gotta do to gain a frog. Alright. Oh. Oh, I got a frog. I should be able to get these.
They kept slipping through my fingers. I need to find some other way to catch a fly.
Oh, what catches flies better than a frog? I don't understand how the fly didn't go in his mouth, but hey, we still got him. Whoops. So I think this fly is what I need to give the people that are making a potion. Now we can actually activate these since we got the strength for them. That'll speed things up a bit. Get some convenience factors rolling.
Can you help us?
Bye.
Visit us again soon.
Let's try to give them...
Plan on bringing us food before we dole out any wisdom.
We will pick this up later.
Bye.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
There's so few good ones left these days.
What do you mean?
Everyone is anti-this or that, or has a dark side, but why must we all be so troubled?
Maybe Winty should give everyone a hug. Good thing I put on our new powdered deodorant. I wouldn't want to mess with this bouquet of scents down here.
I know. You could
I
almost
can't believe
taste the air.
I traded up incorrectly that frog. I don't think I can get that frog back, can I? Probably not. Gonna have to get creative with that. Well, I accidentally misread this, and I'm supposed to show them a frog to want to use that fly. And I mistriggered it all. And of course, there's no rewind on this. Huh. Yeah, there's no more frog down there. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that mess. Can't redo that. what a mess. And the frog is gone in the inventory. So we did a classic King's Quest mistake, and we're going to be paying for it, looks like tonight already. Yep, even with instruction I can misread. So we're going to have to get creative some other way. I don't think there's anything else for me here. Nope. Well, we might be able to improvise somehow. Maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. So we got that fly. Not showing him the frog, I tell ya. That's something else. They don't give you any rewinds on this. Nope. Let's see if it says anything special about it. List. Why? Let's see what it says. Okay. Well, we're gonna throw the dice. It seems like it's a bonus if you use that frog or not, and it's not guaranteed to be necessary. So, let's hope it's not. Let's do some interesting thing. I just hate deviating from the plan by accident here, because we're on day 2 with that. To the Hollow Breakers. Door letter back in the area, go down. I'll go back and outhouse goals. This time, head to the left over. Okay. Alright, let's throw in the damage. We're going to find out how crucial that mistake I made with the frog is. I was supposed to show the frog before getting that fly. Because I didn't realize I lost the frog. I thought I'd lose the frog giving it to those people for the potion.
Huh. Good work. Not too shabby. Could use a few more strategically placed barbs, but who am I to complain? All right, Graham. Stand back. Which one you want me to take out first?
Alright. Let's take out this bad boy.
That one. Take that! Come here, you little pile of gravel. Reach your hand in here so I can cut it off.
Well, at least I got a key for that.
Okay.
What is that, Gart?
Oh, nothing.
I went to bed with a heavy heart. Everyone was relying on me, and I knew I was going to have to make some hard choices. That morning, stale smell hung in the air. I knew Bramble and Mr. Fancy Case couldn't hold on another day without medicine.
Now it's go time. We got our meat. Alright. Well, no meat for me today. We're gonna actually have to feed this guy. How come I'm not using it yet? There we go. Gotta get him in the sight. There you go.
Dinner is served.
Well.
This looks like an excellent hiding place.
Well, we got all that for a wooden chair. Time to get creative with that wooden chair.
I don't think he'll be a bother anymore.
Good, he passed out. Okay, we're gonna have to get creative.
I couldn't help but be afraid. The survival of the prisoners was solely up to me. The last time I faced something like this, it didn't end well.
Good, we can finally use that chair. Alright, with that chair. I need to probably go buy that medicine. These people are on their last leg laying down. Can't do much for them yet until we can feed them something. Let's go hustle some medicine here. What I don't get is if King Graham really wanted to save everybody, why wouldn't he trade his crown for medicine instead of having to get these coins? But I guess that defeats the purpose.
Shamazel!
Let me see the goods.
Ooh, stay back, don't want to disturb it. Never disturb perfection. This little baby is a cure-all, a pick-me-up when you're feeling down, a mixin' for fixing everything from your jowls to your bowels.
How much?
1 shiny gold coin. Are you interested?
Okay, so am I gonna want to get them that? Yeah, we gotta get that medicine no matter what, I think. So
I'll
let's
take
just
it.
grab it.
You got yourself a deal.
I have procured the only bottle of medicine in that prison. But who should I give it to?
Okay.
Goodbye.
Outre voyeur.
I got that key. Try this out. And, that. Where are we gonna go?
Graham, about Bramble, do you know why she's sick?
Yeah, the conditions down here are terrible.
No, Graham. She's pregnant. We're expecting.
Oh, I had no idea. Congratulations.
Well, congratulate me after you bring us medicine.
Oh, I guess today's their day.
Sometimes there is no right answer, but that doesn't mean there's a wrong one either.
Oh, little Boo, our king has brought you some nectar of the gods.
Thanks, Gram. Whatever was in that bottle worked. I instantly feel better.
You're welcome.
How do you feel now?
Much better. And the baby feels better too.
Very kind-hearted of you, Graham. Our family thanks you.
It's a wee bit cold, though.
Well, there's a furnace back there. Graham, do you think you could bring us some wood?
Perhaps if we get a fire going, we can do a little prison baking. I might be able to scrounge together a batch of sweetie cakes if you can find me flour.
Oh, great idea, Bramble. That's thinking from the heart. Perhaps the guards would take a loving bribe and let us out of here.
Alright. Let's give him a chair. I don't know why he wouldn't have broken his own
Thanks, King
stool.
Graham. This'll help to keep us warm.
Glad I could help.
Now about those sweetie cakes. Have you found any flour yet?
I'll keep looking.
And I luckily got that too, so
This is
here's
perfect.
your flower power.
Wenty, let's get to work.
Oh, I think this can all be solved with a little pie. And in the absence of pie, these prison sweetie cakes should work wonders for goblin relations. Well, hello, little friends. Who would like to sample these treats? Get 'em while they're hot. Nobody has ever turned down my sweetie cakes before. Look, I'm eating it. It's good. Well, kindness isn't exactly killing them. Graham, I have a new plan. Compassion for my wife outweighs compassion for my enemies. Find me some chunder blossoms, please. They tend to grow in this region.
What's a chunder blossom do?
Well, we'll mix it in with the sweetie cakes. It'll twist those goblins' stomachs into quite a pretzel.
Nice.
Not sure I like this idea.
Desperate times call for desperate measuring cups.
Well, it was worth a shot. Here, Gram, you'll take it.
Alright, now I got one. Okay, they're at the health of 3. So, and they're not poisoned anymore, so you got 3 days of them. Now the question that I run into is, I know that the blacksmith, his health is a-okay, because she had a full set of health. But, these people are not doing too hot. Let's see what their health is.
What?
How are you feeling?
Is that a joke? For a king, you're not very in touch with your subjects' demands.
Okay, so... probably gonna need to,
I'll see
feed them a cake, I'm guessing. Let's try giving them a cake. To wake them up. Hopefully that does some good for them.
Oh, oh, delicious. Oh, this is so good. Here you go, dear.
Oh, heavens. I feel better already.
Thank you, King.
Eyes of flies!
Huh?
I thought you said you felt better.
The eye of a fly! Don't you see? That's the missing ingredient.
Potion? Are you... Is it for teleportation at random? Does it summon a storm that follows you? Will it make you transform into a cat? Apologies. Been working on that. Cat, will this potion make you turn into a clawed feline?
No, it's nothing special. Just weed killer. We think we can rot away these roots to escape.
Bring us the eye of a fly, boy, and keep up with the treats.
Yeah, I would have taken the other path.
Is this story about your choices or mine?
Now I should be able to, give them this.
All right, stand back.
Be gone, weeds! Damn it! Did I say eye of a fly? I meant flying eyes. I always get those two mixed up. Oh, Muriel.
Hey, I'm sick of you. How can a whole horde of creatures be so dumb? Who raised you? Oh, your species is capable of deeper thoughts, and that's a fact. That's it. I'm at my wits' end with these little sadists. We're taking them out.
Oh, Muriel. Brute force? Let's think this through.
No, my mind is made up. We're building a bone bomb. It's the smartest thing we can do.
All right, Muriel. We will need some boom powder. Here's the recipe.
Got some weed growing potion. And we gotta figure this out now for boom powder here. Need some peas and a rose. Interesting. And, oh, that's right, I gotta get the, weed growing potion in a different area rolling. Yeah, definitely spray this one. Now, the thing that stinks about that is you gotta wait
Still not tall enough to climb yet.
effects.
I should check back tomorrow.
Okay, well, we got that there. What else do we got going on here? Yeah, I think I'm a day behind with my mistake now. Because I don't have a way to get myself up another level of strength to do what I need to do in time for other things to get achieved. Alright, well I can't do that one because I ain't got the strength, but try to finagle this in time. See what the damage is here. Okay, so... let's try that. This one left. Right. Over. That. That one. All the way on the end, apparently. Try it out. Finally. It's one heck of a mission for a P. I ain't got the strength for this, so...
Almost. If I was a little bit stronger, I could do it.
That's gonna be problematic. I ain't got nothing that's boosting my strength all the way up. Okay, so if we're not going that way, if there's nothing else this way, then we're gonna need somebody's help with that one. Okay, well, we're gonna have to be creative now, because I'm pretty limited in what I can do, in what order, because I made that one little frog mistake. Because if I didn't make the frog mistake, I would have supposedly had enough time to do what I needed to do. That's about it, I believe, for this run. I don't think I have any contraband.
As an adventurer, I was great at taking quests. As a king, I struggled at giving orders. What if I made the wrong choice? What if I led the kingdom astray? What if I lost another friend to that dragon?
Well,
I could have saved Mr. Fancy Cakes. What was I thinking?
Mr. Fancy Cakes did make the cut. Alright. Now I think the key thing I need to do now is to have some energy for myself, to say the least. Because, I don't know, on a... I say eat the meat myself, because I need that 3rd level of strength. And that should be good to go now.
I was fully restored and started to feel like myself again.
So
that's about as good as I was going to feel down
puzzle
there.
piece I missed there. Alright, well, let's try removing some bolts. So I got that out of the way. We can hop in here.
I still can't believe Gwendolyn beat me in the tournament with those stupid eggs.
Yes, well, she was quite extraordinary.
Guys, I'm right here.
What is this? What is this even all connected to?
I thought those had all been destroyed. I didn't need any reminders of impossible riddles from my earlier adventuring days.
Rumpelstiltskin's seen better days. But, there's a coin. Take that one. And... and that's supposed to give you your hint for the music that we already did. But that gold coin was key. That helps. Let's get that rolling. I don't need to mess with that mole anymore. I should probably see what everybody's health is looking like. Yeah, this lady's sitting down.
You did good, Graham.
Yeah, but there's 2 goblins left.
Oh, I know. And for some reason, they won't come near the bars anymore.
Do you blame them?
Go find me a long handle for this blade. Let's see them hide from that.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore. Ever hear of killing them with kindness?
Kindness? Huh. Never heard of that weapon. How goes it?
How are you feeling?
I could eat.
Goodbye.
So long.
She's only got one more day before she needs some eats. So what we're gonna do with all that? And long are these guys gonna last in their situation? I don't know. Let's go, see where we poured that weed growth stuff. I think that's what we gotta work on first. It's funny, that guy's been there for days stuck. See, the day after the weed growth, then we can actually have access to something. Coin?
Oh, yuck! Chunder Blossom! Oh, it stinks.
There we go. Well, let's see what we can do with the baker in that, right? Oh, we got a Chunder Blossom to give them. See how their health is holding up.
I am here to serve you well, King, but am far too weak to move.
Alright.
Yes?
How are you feeling?
How do I look?
Alright, so she can't move anymore. Can't do nothing with them. They're on the brink of keeling over. So, I guess how good or bad are these people doing is the question. What do they need? Are they still kicking? Yeah, they're still kicking. What's their health?
How are you feeling?
Worse than yesterday, as you can probably tell.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna put us in a pickle, so if we don't get something completed with a puzzle with one of these guys, we're gonna have to energize some people quick. Who should we be giving what to? Okay. So I basically need to go run.
Sire.
I need to run and buy the porridge that cost the 2 cold coins that I got, and give it to the bakers because they ain't gonna make it. They need that super porridge. I just can't remember, is that up or down? It's up, right? Yeah, it's up. Already getting lost in this fun.
Aloha!
What's good today?
Alright.
The last bowl of porridge, spruced up with branberries. Did you know this super fruit packs 2 whole days of nutrition into just 1 serving?
How much?
2 shiny gold coins. Are you interested?
Alright.
I'll take it.
Enjoy!
I have to soup them up now.
Goodbye.
Golden tag!
I haven't done anything with those chopsticks yet, so I don't fully know what the extent need of that is.
This is a big portion of porridge. I should be good with this for 2 days. Thanks, Graham. What a treat.
Just 2 days?
I think I'd feel better standing.
What the heck is their health now?
Hello there.
How are you feeling?
This is the best I've felt in days. That
Okay,
last meal
so
will
she's
stay
full.
with me for a while. I shouldn't be a burden anymore.
I hope so.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Hugs and quiches.
Now let's hook him up with that.
Huh? This is perfect. Those goblins turned our world upside down, and we will do the same with their stomachs. Would you do the honors, please?
Wenty, what's gotten into you?
This guy's hell bent.
Hey, you little gremlins. I thought you might like our second batch better. Added some special ingredients just for you. What? You dare to spit out my delicious treats? Oh, take that and that. Swords! Oh, okay. Well, lovely day.
Wenty, did you just bake bad?
Looks like we have a safe path out. Now, if we could get out of this cell.
Great. Now we just gotta break them out. They're healthy and we gotta break them out somehow. That's all we gotta do there. I don't know what you're gonna
Bramble,
give these tasty
sweet
cakes
potato.
to.
It's going to be okay. I'll get us out of here.
Oh, Sugar Bum, I know you will. You always rise to the occasion.
Poison tasty cake. Well, what I really need is to, okay. Gotta trigger that other door. That I now have the strength to handle. There we go. Well, I don't know why I'm staring at it. Let's hit it here, Graham. There we go.
Grandfather, do you have any snacks in here?
Pay attention, Gart. You said you wanted to learn.
Great. Well, throw some of that over, but now we're like a day behind on that because I couldn't get over here in time.
Huh. I should check back tomorrow.
So I screwed up that part of the puzzle, taking too long. Because there's no other way to get that broom that I need. I'm going to check tomorrow for when that's available. So now I'm pretty much at a point that I'm going to need all the ingredients for their potion, and I think they might have enough strength to do it today, maybe. Okay, I got a fresh rose. Anything else around here? That's it? Is all that just for rose? There's nothing else? Interesting. Well, that's about it. All that for a rose. you're in this environment. It looks like you do something, but nothing's there. The trick is with this rose, I believe. Oh, man. Ah, I see. Gotta keep it fresh here. Each time you pass one of those, gotta keep it going. At least now I know what the water stuff is about. Huh. Somewhere I'm supposed to keep on reviving that rose, I think. Let's see what other ingredients they need.
Hello.
Till next time.
Bye.
Great. Just one more ingredient to go.
Okay, so I gave him a pea. Now he just needs a rose.
Even though I'm able to sit up does not mean I'm healthy. My stomach grumbles all the same.
Okay, so I think I get them a rose in hopes that's good enough. What we need to do for them. How are we gonna keep this rose kicking? That's gonna be quite the nuisance. Now that I got it, it's, you know, a fresh rose. It's still a fresh rose. It's like you can go like a screen. Now, it's a wilted rose. So now I have to put the wilted one in there. Now it's fresh again. So I keep checking my inventory for whenever it says it's wilted. That's when I run into a problem here, so... Now that I'm on this screen, what does it say? It's wilted. So...
Yes, I'm still paying attention. That would never work.
I can't dip the rose in that, so where am I supposed to fill this up, because it's wilted here? Okay, how do we get him this rose? Okay. It's gotta turn to the west, but what's over here? Is there a water thing over here? I got a dead rose. How much of a hassle is this going to be? How the heck are we going to keep this rose alive? Okay. No way to keep it alive over here. There's water on the ground there, so I don't understand why I can't just do that. Is there no water thing here? Yeah, there's no water thing over here, so I don't understand what that's all about. Here's where one is. That's where I'm supposed to do that one. Dang it. Didn't see it. Collecting these roses all day. Well, hopefully there's plenty of roses. Keep it rolling. Freshen it up. Freshen it up again. Keep on following this pattern. Okay, so you did that. Now we got a haul down here. Hopefully it stays fresh long enough to get to down here. Alright. Well, we got that. It's still fresh, luckily.
This should work.
Just a second, Muriel. We'll need to be at full health to build this boomer. Shaky hands and explosives don't mix, woman.
All right, Chester.
Seriously? We need to be at full health to do this. Come on, man. Well, we're gonna have to give them something, and that ain't gonna work, so I don't know exactly what we can do about that yet. I mean, I can probably... do something with it. And I don't have any more coins or nothing either. They don't make that bomb unless their health is all the way up.
The last time Chester ate one of those, well, have you heard of the Rubenstern fiasco?
Oh, well, they can't eat that. I tried. So who do you feed this to? I don't think of anything else I can really trigger or do at this time. Without waiting another day. Unfortunately. That's going to bump everybody's health down another day, so it's not going to be pretty. They don't eat it. I wonder what would happen if I ate it.
I guess I deserve a treat, too.
Why not?
Oh, it burns. It burns. Oh, why did I eat that? Oh, but it hurts so good.
Let's never speak of this again.
Well, got a reward for it at least. Man, they wouldn't take that rose from me. What a pain in the butt. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't get it. I think that's all I can do, guys. I'm throwing the dice now. You make a mistake and you're going to have to pay for it in this round. Not much more I can do, though.
So many were relying on me, and I still didn't have a plan. I went to sleep unsure of the decisions I had made, and the ones I would have to make tomorrow.
Alright, at least we got some meat to work with. The bolts are all gone. Oh yeah, so we ain't doing nothing with that. That guy's still stuck. That's craziness. What am I looking for now? Ah, that's right, where I put the weed growth stuff. Yeah, that whole time setting, if I would have did the weed growth stuff on the same day, but I really messed up my access. That's what got us where we're at now. Now, grab that, and hook them up. Well, no more Cinderella. We got that all out of the way. I can hopefully give this broom to the blacksmith. Knock that all out. Yep, not doing that. Blacksmith's not looking too good.
I better be sure. If I do this now, the prison might go into lockdown.
Really?
I should wait to use that for when the other guards are taken care of.
So, basically, I can't do nothing for this lady.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
How are you feeling?
Like I hate rhetorical questions.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Perhaps we should trust my gut instead of yours.
Okay, she's on her last legs. And she can't do anything. Let's see how our favorite bakers are that got the fancy food. They should be just fine.
Yes, Your Majesty?
How are you feeling?
This is the best I've felt in days. That last meal will stay with me for a while.
They're
I
still
shouldn't
solid.
be a burden anymore.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
They're still solid. Okay, surprisingly. So the people that need some food are gonna have to be these guys then, because it won't even bother. These guys are on their deathbed.
What do you want, King Boy?
How are you feeling?
Is that a joke? For a king, you're not very in touch with your subjects' demands.
We can't do much here.
We will pick this up later.
Yeah, huh?
I'm thinking just give them the meat. It's only solution to get the ball rolling with some patterns here.
I don't know where you got this, but thanks.
You know, they should have enough to do the spell that I need.
Can you help us?
How are you feeling?
Thank you for sparing us, Your Highness.
Okay, that bumped them up.
What's the plan?
Bring us everything on that list. Muriel wants to brew up a bone bomb and show these goblins what happens when the wise become bold.
I'll see to it at once.
Alright.
Visit us again soon.
Now I should...
Adieu.
Until next time.
And get rid of that. So now I have to go get Another flower again. Now that they're healthy enough to do something. And, yeah, this flower is quite the hassle. So, might be able to still pull this off, just in a different order. Okay. Grab the flower, and let's track it all the way back. Fun, fun, fun. And it's that easy. Fun, refreshing. And refresh again. Sheesh. Some thirsty rose. And let's have the magic happen.
This should work.
Just a second, Muriel. We'll need to be at full health to build this boomer. Shaky hands and explosives don't mix, woman.
My word.
All right, Chester.
Okay, well, we're SOL. You have to be at full health to create that bomb. And I wasted meat on you bozos. And you can't do anything for me. Wow. So that's where I'm guessing a one-day difference made all the difference on jacking that up. So, you know what? These people are SOL. It won't make me a, it won't make me anything. So I can't activate anything for them. Even after giving them that meat. Wow. And we got this all mixed up from this setup. that one step pretty much knocked us out, so if we're gonna have any chance, we have to save them. If we're gonna have any chance at all. They are required to be saved, and I don't have any food to give them. And the only way I can get food, or more food for that matter, and the only way I'm going to get more food for all that is going to be waiting another day, so then I get the meat. So I'm going to waste 2 meats on them, so they can be strong enough to do what I need them to do. And I don't think, and the worst part is, the meat that I'm going to give them is not going to survive. That's not going to be, it's going to be 1 day off, so it takes out the blacksmith. I don't think we're going to be able to pull off saving the blacksmith now. The worst part is I keep having to do that rose a dozen times because they need to be perfect health. Ridiculous.
Maya was getting pretty weak. If I didn't do something soon, she might not ever trust my gut again.
Yep. Well, I'm locked in a situation of there's no food to give anybody now. Once I give it to these people that are demanding that they be in perfect health to do a spell. Ridiculous. Did not see that coming. Alright. So that's pointless to have now. And giving them this better make them perfect health.
Makes me want to stand. What type of animal do you think this is?
Don't know. Don't care.
Alright, now they're jumpity. So they damn well better be healthy enough to make that bomb happen or whatever. So now I'm going to have to go trek and get that rose for the millionth time in hopes that pulls it off. And if they even tell me that they don't have enough strength, after giving them 2 meat things back-to-back days, I tell you, madness. I'm so tired of doing this part. because I made the mistake of using a frog too early. I never calculated that making that much of a difference. But it throws you off one day. One mistake throws you off a day, and a day apparently bumps the heart off the characters to the point that they can't do anything anymore. Oh my gosh. I was in such a hurry, I forgot to hit that one water thing. Wow, this game really can be frustrating, especially when you're doing a task like this so many times and you just forget. You forget all about what you're doing. Oh. Yeah, that was just a big mistake in my end. How many more times are we going to make this mistake with this rose? Alright. Can't get enough of doing this in this chapter. I have to say, this chapter is such a complete opposite of the first chapter. I gotta say, the first chapter was a pleasure. It really was. It was fun, it was balanced, it had great puzzles, and everything just unraveled, you know, with different twists and turns, but you always got to the same end point. This chapter, it's just too many different things at once, to say the least. And these time constraints, they just do not give you any room for error. It reminds me a lot of King's Quest V, when you have to go in the desert. But even the desert, I think, had some leniency. The desert had some leniency to it. But you can only move so many screens in the desert before you basically dehydrate and can't move anymore. So that was, I guess that's kind of the modern equivalent to this one. It's like, hey, you can only make so many moves, so you gotta play your cards just right. And I guess that's classic King's Quest when you boil it down. You're just not allowed to make that one mistake. But what frustrates me to no end with this setup, especially on a console, I don't know because I don't have the PC version, is the console auto-saves, and there is no rollback. Just like this flower situation. I'm sure on the PC you could reload at any point, but maybe not, you never know. Yeah, this should make or break things.
Sire?
I'll see to it at once.
I better take this rose. Finally. Do something, you yo-yos.
This should work. Stand back, Your Majesty. A dud? Chester, are you kidding me?
Nice.
Well, Muriel, we have food now for a week. I just love the taste of powdered worm soup. Oh, it warms my soul.
But... Oh, well, you're right. Scoot over. Let me have a taste.
So they're set with food now.
Our path to escape is clear. Find us a key, and we will break out of here.
This looks dangerous. I hope the guards don't catch me with it. I need to find a light for this fuse.
Not contraband? Interesting. So they're basically set now. And I made that one mistake since I had to use 2 meat portions on them. That would be SOL for everybody else unless I can magically get everybody out. I don't know. Yeah, I gotta backtrack all the way here with this bomb. Well, great place for a bomb. It's contraband anyway.
The goblins love stories, especially fairy tales, and they always wanted to hear more.
Well, I love stories too, Grandpa.
As do I. But the goblins were obsessed with them. They couldn't just enjoy their stories like you or me. They based their whole lives around them, collecting and hoarding everything they could from their treasured tales, even if it meant stealing.
Nice. All right. Where is this going to take you?
I need to be careful I don't get caught with this.
Little contraband. That's it? That's all you get? That seems like just one item. Are there gold coins or anything floating around in here? Alright. That's it. That's all we get with the bolt cutters, huh? Well, I think these sick people have been wanting to be freed the longest. Let's get them out of here.
You guys better go. I'll stay and make sure the other prisoners are fed.
But isn't Bramble...
Oh, I'm pregnant, not handicapped. Move your feet. Oh, and thanks, Big Boo.
You're welcome, my little sugar cube.
Ah, it's 2 people at a time, I see.
I was off to seek an audience with the Goblin King. If I could get my hands on his key, perhaps I could set the other prisoners free.
Hold up. Did you have a particular reason for choosing Bramble?
She had given so much compassion to the world, it was time to give some back to her.
But the Hobblepots could have whipped up a potion to take all those rock bottoms out.
Would you mind calling for a guard to carry her off to bed?
But, Grandfather, I'd like to hear more.
Which part did you like the best? The mischievous goblins? Or the interrupting boy who wanted to tell a different story?
Oh, I was enjoying the goblins. Absolutely, I was. I just wanted to show you that I could...
I think it's best to call it a night. The storm has calmed down, and so has she.
But, Grandfather,
Guard!
I just wanted to...
This is not a time for debating. Go to bed. We can continue in the morning.
As you wish. Good night.
Guard, wait. Sorry, I didn't mean to snap. These elixirs have my nerves on edge.
It's okay, Grandfather. And thank you. I do still have a lot to learn from your stories.
Sweet dreams, Guard. Sleep well.
That I can do with my eyes closed.
Ha! Now you're learning.
There. That's our ticket out.
I'm not sure I like this idea.
I'll go ahead. Stay back.
I wasn't sure if I could get her across, but she needed to believe I could.
Great.
Go.
Oh, come on.
Left. Left. Forward. Right. Right. Forward.
Great. That's really necessary.
Left. Right. Forward. Right. Left. Forward.
It's really necessary.
Left. Right. Forward.
Whoops. Oh man. Alright. I knew I was gonna mess up somewhere with this.
Left.
Left. It doesn't even control the same way.
Right. Right. Left. Right. Left. Forward.
Thanks, Your Majesty.
Quick! In my cape! No time to explain.
Well, that makes perfect sense. So it's not good if those things are running away.
Nightmares come in many forms. Once you realize what you are actually afraid of, you can start to deal with the fear.
It's just in my head. It's not gonna work. I'm not afraid of you.
I figured after that scream you'd be back. Let's pick up our story once again.
What?
I wasn't actually afraid of dragons. I was still struggling with the loss of a chakra. Now, my decisions meant the life or death of a kingdom. That's the true beast I needed to wrestle with.
Great, now I had to deal with here. Doesn't make sense. I got bramble in my pocket. Did I just use a baby dragon? Yeah, not one is here yet. I don't understand where you go from here. It's like nothing I can see or do here. Well, that's confusing. Oh, here's the old trick. Well, get your hat back. So that guy will cut the bridge for me. All because of that.
I didn't need to wear his crown to be a great king. My old hat suited me just fine, and Daventry was ready for a new adventure.
Alright, interesting. Oh boy.
Once, in a town just like the one you're imagining, there was a beautiful castle that stood high on a hill.
Okay.
All were welcome here. Well, everyone except for the pests. The townspeople cried out to their king, "We must be rid of these rats! They're scaring our children and stealing our cheese. One even ate a baby." The town had become very unpleasant indeed. Every morning, gold coins clanged through the water well carrying wishes for a better town, but the rats remained. The king, in his finite wisdom, had also been casting wishes, for he desperately needed a plan. As wishes would have it, a wandering piper appeared at the castle gates. The piper offered to expel the rats from the kingdom if the town would overthrow their moronic liege. "Hear, hear," they cried out. "Our throne is but a seat for a hat rack. Rid us of these pests, and the throne is where you'll rest." The stranger pulled out a small flute and played a pleasing melody. The music summoned the rats out of hiding, and they danced on the head of the king. The king shrieked a high-pitched squeal, but the piper continued his song. The rats were led back to the wooded forest where they belonged. The piper returned to the castle to claim his reward, but his knock echoed throughout the halls, and no one let him in. He raised his pipe, and a new melody was played. He watched the drawbridge lower, and a mesmerized kingdom pranced to his side. With a few simple notes and a turn on the heel, the stranger led them from the castle to the deep, dark caverns below. The throne is now empty, and the well doesn't clang anymore.
Manny knew exactly what to write to incite the horde. He chose every word carefully, fully knowing how the goblins would react to his story. Oh, it was brilliant. They did all the dirty work, and he just sat back and watched. I thought I had bested him in the duel of wits, but the mind games were just beginning.
All right. I'll just get started.
nightmares ever come true?
Of course, but real monsters are far easier to deal with than imaginary ones.
Ugh. Goblins ruin everything.
Yeah, it's Mr. Fancy Cakes, so he's still kicking. How nice is that? He's A-okay.
Es ist alles toll.
Distress! Help us, King! Enough! They're only stories. Can't you just enjoy them for what they are? You've missed the point entirely. Is this how you want your story to be remembered?
Oh.
Wait. How about a new story? Once upon a time, there lived, let me see what I got here. There lived a sweet little goblin who loved adventures. Even in his young age, stories of the goblin's quests had spread around the land. Like the time he... outsmarted a quizzical griffin. In fact, his adventures were so legendary, the goblins decided to make him king. But the goblin adventurer was out of his element and overwhelmed with the work it took to run a successful kingdom. His friends offered their... heart. But it wasn't enough. He was afraid he would never live up to the king who came before. It got so bad that the goblin gave up. But when packing up his things to run away from the castle, the goblin found... He found his old adventurer cap. And the goblin realized that he wasn't just here to continue the previous legacy. He was here to create his own. One filled with... compassion, and the best group of friends you could ever ask for.
Ooh.
I shall call you King Nibbletooth the Third. Grandpa's gotta hear about this.
told you he'd save us.
No, I told you he'd save us.
I think it was me, actually.
You know, I'm not even sure anymore.
All right, Mr. Fancy Cakes, a river barachi.
And that's my story. Some of the details might have changed over the years, and I certainly left out some parts I wasn't fond of. But I found it's best to enjoy stories for what they are, and not for what you hoped they would be. Ah, you've fallen asleep again, and I think it's time I do the same.
You looked like you could use a friend.
Gotta love the foreshadowing. Well, I can't say that I saw that coming. Yeah, that chapter has way more variables, but that is interesting. They did keep the good King's Quest method of the moral dilemma they put you in. They set you at ease at the end, so everybody is saved. Mr. Fancy Pants survived, and yeah, no problems. That is interesting. That's cutting it real close with the blacksmith, because I was thinking you had to get everybody rescued one at a time. But apparently you just have to pick one person to go with you. Which is interesting for replay value, I suppose. If you wanted to go through this whole process and then pick different members at the end for who you break out with the bolt cutters, then I'm sure that adds a little bit of a variation. But that's not enough of a variation for me to want to replay and then see each one, but I'm sure there's plenty of alternative endings you can watch that others have recorded. That would be interesting to look up and see how different it really can be. Other than that, it was a interesting chapter, a much shorter chapter than the first chapter. I really enjoyed the first chapter. It's still my favorite so far. The second chapter was okay. A lot of variables, a little bit of time constraint and frustration in it, but you know, it's completely different from the first chapter, so, you know, I can't really nitpick on this because that is kind of a King's Quest fashion. The only thing I can really nitpick on this, if anything, is maybe the length of the chapter. I don't know how it adds up to the first one. I believe the first one is at least twice as long, if not longer, than this chapter. And even though that I had an aide with me to get through this chapter again because I made so many mistakes prior, regardless, it still seems like a short chapter, no matter what. But other than that, I'm excited to see what the third chapter has entailed, and whatever you guys think about it. Till then, thanks again for coming out and joining me, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Take it easy.